Second diagram, pathway of bile and peritoneum. 3 diagrams, and all another I will ask you, maybe something give you written test. Next Wednesday, you will answer first classes in respiratory system. And you need to repeat from osteology walls of nasal cavity. Do you remember septum of nasal cavity? Which bones participate in septum? Who remember? Vomer, lamina perpendicularis of ethmoid bone, crista sphenoidalis, crista nasalis of frontal bone, and crista nasalis of palatine bone. All of them in septum. Then which bones on inferior wall? That is horizontal lamina of palatine bone and palatine process of maxilla. Lateral, all walls of nasal cavity. Then sinuses. Which sinuses do you know? What is the largest paranasal sinus? Largest? Sinus maxillaris, that is the largest, and frontal sinus, sinus frontalis. Both of them opens into middle nasal meatus. Sphenoid sinus, sinus sphenoidalis, opens into superior nasal meatus. And cells of ethmoid bone, anterior and medial cells opens into medial nasal meatus, and posterior cells opens into superior nasal meatus. And nasolacrimal duct, ductus nasolacrimalis, opens into inferior nasal meatus. That is superior concha nasalis, here it is concha nasalis media, and here it is concha nasalis inferior, and 3 meatus, meatus nasi superior, meatus nasi medius, and meatus nasi inferior. Clear it is. And space between concha and septum, septum here it is absent, should be septum here, and space between concha and septum, that is common nasal meatus. Nasal cavities continues into nasal part of pharynx through what? What is this opening between nasal cavity and pharynx? Horn. Then air from nasal cavity goes to nasal part of pharynx. From nasal part of pharynx, air goes to oral part of pharynx, and then goes to larynx. Here it is larynx, that is additus laryngis. Additus enter into the larynx, and additus closed in front with the help of epiglottis. In time of swallowing, epiglottis moves downward, and food goes to laryngeal part of pharynx, and air goes to larynx through additus laryngis. And walls of additus laryngis, anteriorly, that is epiglottis, laterally, that is fold, plica araepiglottica, araepiglotic fold, posteriorly apex of aretinate cartilage, and between these two aretinate cartilages we have fold, plica interaretinae, that is additus laryngis. Cavities of larynx consist of vestibulum laryngis, then this fold is plica vestibularis, below plica vocalis, between them ventriculus laryngis, and inferiorly cavitas infraglottidis. Larynx consists of paired and unpaired cartilages. Unpaired, here it is thyroid cartilage, that is largest cartilage of the larynx. Here it is, that is right and left lamina, they join together and makes angle of thyroid cartilage. And thyroid cartilage the same has lesser and greater horns, greater horns superiorly, superior horn, and lesser horns inferiorly. What else? Cricoid cartilage, cartilaga cricoidea, cricoid cartilage. It consists of arcus, cartilaga cricoidea, and lamina. Here it is, lamina, cartilaga cricoidea. And another unpaired cartilage is epiglottis. Here it is, in front of additus laryngis. Paired cartilages, they are aretinate cartilages, Look here, that is cartilago arytenoidea. It consists of apex, base, and two processes. Here it is vocal process, processus vocalis, and laterally, impossible to see here, laterally, muscular process, processus muscularis, vocal process and muscular process. Apex and base. That is paired cartilage, arytenoid. Here it is impossible to see small cartilage, cartilaga carniculata and cartilaga triticea. They are small cartilages in near of larynx, in ligaments, in folds of the larynx. What else? Muscles of the larynx. Muscles. This muscle between cricoid cartilage and thyroid cartilage, that is cricothyroid muscle, musculus cricothyroideus, all of this muscle. This muscle moves thyroid cartilage forward and tends vocal ligament. Next muscle, musculus cricoarytenoideus lateralis. Posterior. Cricoarytenoideus posterior muscle, this one. This muscle dilate vocal ligaments or rhimaglottids, space between vocal ligament, that is rhimaglottids. Give me a piece of paper or copybook, something. Thank you. We can't. Upper part of larynx, that is a vestibule, vestibulum laryngis. This fold, this and this fold, that is vestibular fold, plica vestibularis. This fold is vocal fold, plica vocalis, number 3. Space between vestibular fold and vocal fold, this space, that is ventricle, ventriculus laryngis, here and here, ventricles. And all of these cavities, space below of vocal folds, that is number 5, cavitas infraglottidis. And now, between vestibular folds, number 6, between this and this fold, rima vestibularis, and between vocal folds, number 7, between this and this fold, this space, that is rhimaglottids, between vocal folds. And now, this diagram you need to draw, it's present in your manual. Now, only for your understanding, look here, that is superior view of larynx. Here it is thyroid cartilage, that is thyroid cartilage. Below of thyroid cartilage, we have cricoid cartilage, that is arch, and lamina. And lamina of cricoid cartilage has two arytenoid cartilages, here and here. And arytenoid cartilage has vocal process, processus vocalis, and muscular process, processus muscularis. And now, first muscle between cricoid and thyroid cartilages, here it is. I already show you, that is musculus cricothyroideus, cricothyroid muscle, here and here. It moves, and here it is vocal ligament, and this space, that is rhimaglottids, and that is vocal ligament. This muscle, cricothyroid muscle, moves thyroid cartilage forward and tends vocal ligament, ligamentum vocale tends in this case, that is cricothyroid muscle. Next, musculus cricoarytenoideus posterior. Here it is, cricoarytenoideus posterior. Cricoarytenoideus posterior. This muscle moves muscular process medially. In this case, vocal process moves laterally, and it's dilate rhimaglottids. That is, moves backward muscular processes, and vocal processes moves laterally. It's dilate rhimaglottids. Then another muscle, here it is, cricoarytenoideus lateralis, lateral muscle. It is lateral muscle, musculus cricoarytenoideus lateralis. It moves muscular process laterally. In this case, vocal process moves medially. Look here. Muscular process moves laterally and vocal processes join together. It constricts rhemagglutidis. Clear it is this muscle that is constrictor. It's constrict rhemagglutidis. Next muscle between thyroid cartilage and arytenoid, musculus thyroarytenoideus. Thyroarytenoid muscle between thyroid cartilage and arytenoid, musculus. It is this muscle, thyroarytenoid muscle. The same function like in cricoarytenoideus lateralis. It moves laterally muscular process and vocal process moves medially. It's constrict rhemagglutidis. The same, this muscle moves arytenoid cartilage forward and relaxes vocal ligament. This muscle has two functions. It relaxes vocal ligament and constrict rhemagglutidis. What else? Thyroepiglottic muscle between thyroid cartilage and epiglottis. This muscle dilate adductus laryngis. Next, it is transverse muscle between both arytenoid cartilages. It is musculus arytenoideus transversus. It's joined together arytenoid cartilages and constrict rhemagglutidis. The same it is oblique arytenoid muscle, musculus arytenoideus obliquus, that is also constrictor. It's constrict rhemagglutidis. And continuation of this muscle, that is aryepiglottic muscle, musculus aryepiglotticus. This muscle constrict addutus laryngis. And last muscle, that is vocal muscle, musculus vocalis, between vocal process of arytenoid cartilage and thyroid cartilage. Longitudinal fibers of this muscle relax vocal ligament, and oblique fibers tense vocal ligament. That is why vocal muscle, it has two functions. With longitudinal fibers, it relaxes vocal ligament, and oblique fibers tense vocal ligament. They are muscles of larynx, cartilages of larynx, internal structure of larynx, and muscles of larynx. Oh, the same joints between cartilages, the same you need to know. Lateral wall of vestibulum laryngis, that is quadrangular lamina or fibrous membrane, which makes lateral wall of vestibulum laryngis, and conus elasticus, elastic cone, the same fibrous coat which makes lateral wall of cavitas infraglottidis. Space laterally from area epiglottic fold, that is plica area epiglottica, and laterally from this fold, here and here, we have piriform recessus piriformis, that is in pharynx, that is laryngeal part of pharynx, it is, and we have piriform recess laterally from plica area epiglottica. Well, that is all nasal cavity. Repeat from osteology, walls of nasal cavity, and larynx, muscles, internal structure, everything about larynx. That is next Wednesday.